Hey everybody, it's Tools with Tim again. I'm going to continue my EDC slash toolkit series with my everyday carry bag. This is the Vanquest Mobius. This is their larger version. They have also a smaller version. I think it's called the Tollcat. Mine is in multicam black. I've been using this bag for probably 6 or 7 years. I just haven't found anything else to replace it. I hope that it never completely gives out on me. I've had zero issues with it. You can see it's gone through a lot of wear and tear because there really are no other options that are just as versatile as this bag. This thing is really loaded out. In the wintertime, it's loaded even more because I work outside and I need some extra clothing and stuff like that. But you'll see. Let's go through a tour of this loadout. Okay, so here on the very top, it has a nice padded, like felt sunglass holder pouch. And in there, I have, these are the high specs. You can see there, the Coyote Tan. They're basically safety glasses. They're fairly tough. I've been wearing them for about a year or so. They look nice with this bag, and I just really love the shape of them. And also in there, I just have a kind of face covering thing. I just use this to clean my glasses all the time. And then you probably noticed, stuffed in the molly webbing up here, I just have a cheap Amazon tactical pin. One of these bolt action style ones. It has a window breaker, which I appreciate having on the outside of my bag here. I don't have anything like that anywhere else in my bag, even though I have some other rescue tools. And then I always keep a hip clip, a little drill holder, just because I never know what I'm going to be doing. There's times that I've needed to grab my drill out of my work truck, and then I don't have anything to clip it on. I've used this several times, and it kind of matches nicely. And then the only morale patch I have on here is to designate first aid. It's not actually in the zipper pouch. In the zipper pouch, all I keep is the Vanquest wallet. It's multicam black to match my bag. I think it looks nice, and it fits in my pocket nice. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. That first aid patch basically draws your attention to this fold down zipper pocket. I love the design of this. Might have to move my bag a little bit. And in here I have a small pre-made first aid kit, one I made myself. And what I did was I printed and laminated a card to show what is supposed to be in there. I probably have to update the contents. I also keep a small thing of Advil, a little thing of chapstick. I have for the summertime, I had a small thing of sunscreen. I hate the spray-on sunscreen, especially for work, but if I needed it, I have this. I do have a tourniquet in here. I forget what this one is called. They're available on Amazon. I just like that it bunches up and you can kind of fold it down flat, and it kind of keeps self-contained. I think I saw these on the Survival on Purpose channel a long time ago. So that's the one I keep in my bag. I kind of just put this in here for demonstration purposes, but this is the Leatherman Raptor. I actually normally keep this in its molly holder on a little tool panel that I have built, a molly panel that has some emergency equipment, as well as my full trauma kit that I keep in my work truck. But just to show you guys, it does fit down in here nicely, and it's not too heavy. Of course, it has a lot of capabilities, and this has a rescue cutter on it as well, and a window breaker. But it's not exactly quick access compared to some other options. In the back, I have some gray paracord that I just use. I can see I have a few little odds and ends strings here that I need to clip off. And I think I have some allergy medicine back there right now. That's it for that one. It also has this Velcroed shut panel. I think I usually just keep gum and things like that in there that are flat. Zip this back up. Okay, let's go to the first side pocket here. You guys have seen my Leatherman kit already. I have a full video on this. This is my full EDC toolkit that I can put on my belt. And this has the Leatherman Charge Plus, as well as the mini pliers wrench, little extension, bits in the back, and then this ratchet that I have on the Vera handle. This is my heavier duty EDC multi-tool, and one good thing about it is it has the rescue cutter on the outside, which is why I haven't really felt the need to keep the Leatherman Raptor in this bag, because I have it in my truck. So between this and that window breaker, I have some emergency options that are fairly easy to get to. And then in this side pouch, I also have a Coldsteel mini Bowie, or mini tack Bowie. This is my preferred little front pocket knife. I have an Ulti-clip on here that you can clip to the inside of your pocket. It's very light, and I really enjoy using that. I also have another version of the mini tack that I don't carry as much, but that's really good value. The nice thing about these side pockets is they are expandable and allow you to carry a water bottle inside of here. And I usually just have in the fall and winter, I have a non-insulated clean canteen I stick in here. And in the summer, I have some big insulated water bottles because we work outside. You got to stay hydrated. And in the summertime, I usually will shove some liquid IV packs in here as well. Let's move on to the other side pocket here. This is like my electronics, I guess you would call it lighting pouch. I also keep my headphones in here, but I have our van key for our family vehicle. I have just some Anchor earbuds that I use for work every day. And then I have, you may have seen this video as well, this is the charging case for the Olight Baton 4, but inside I actually have the Perun 2 Mini, I think is what it's called. And this is such a nice little headlamp style light. It's a right angle light that you can clip in your pocket either way. And it also has a red light mode, and that really makes a nice little emergency light, or also if I just need something hands-free while I'm working on something. And I also have just a double USB-C cord in here. I just love the layout of these pockets. And then you probably saw a little S-beaner clipped on the outside. I just use that in case I need to clip something to my bag. Up here on the strap is where I normally have my keys and everything clipped for my truck and the house and everything. Now let's continue on the outside here. This is my main, here is my main EDC light. This is actually a 21700 light from Through Night. It's called the T3. I think it's about 2000 some lumens. It might be 2300. It's very small and compact. The body is nice and thin, and it is micro USB, or sorry, USB-C, I believe, rechargeable. I try to keep everything in my bag all compatible with USB-C, except for the Olight, which also is. But I like that it has the reversible pocket clip, and it's just a nice size. I haven't upgraded to an Olight model yet. I probably will. I've had this one for a couple of years. But this is nice and bright, and it has really good runtime. And that was shoved in these little slip pockets here by the strap. You can kind of conceal things in here. And then on the other side, down in this pocket, I have kind of a large backup folder. This is basically my folding machete. This is the 5-inch Recon 1 clip point. The reason I like this knife so much is it's full flat grind. I mean, I've literally used it as a machete before, especially with that long reach. And I keep that concealed in that pocket for emergencies. Let's see here. Okay, now we'll go to the main contents of the bag. It has a nice open area here with some organization. And these are where I keep a lot of larger and flat, everyday carry pouches and items. You guys have already seen this Vanquest pouch that I use kind of as my knife maintenance kit and for some other tools. I have a separate video on that. And I also have this old Maxpedition small pouch. This is the very first pouch I ever bought for organization. This is my charging pouch. I have just a flat Anchor charger in there. WSB-C cord. I have an extra Olight charging cord in there. And then on the outside, I just had some corded earbuds just for backup. Let's see what else. I always keep some hand cream in there because my hands are constantly wet and soapy and they get dried out. There's another slip pocket in here. I have just a Milwaukee mask. They're really comfortable. I was wearing those all through the pandemic. And I also have an N95 mask for emergency stuff. I have this cheap little set of actual earplugs. And then I keep some dude wipes and stuff in there for other types of emergencies. And usually in this large pouch here, I'll have a set of gloves, just mechanics gloves. Not necessarily warm ones, but just work gloves. And then usually in the fall and winter, I don't have it in here right now, I'll keep a beanie. I actually need to go find it because it's starting to get cooler here. So I can throw that back in there. Sometimes I switch between a ball cap and a beanie. And then you probably noticed the bright orange back here. Let's see. I have two large items. Let's fold that up so you guys can see. This is a small pocket survival kit that I have built out. I try to keep everything orange as much as possible. We can go into the contents of this, but then also I have kind of an emergency shelter. This is a 2-person SOL blanket, and I have some glow-in-the-dark paracord in there in case you needed to make a little ridge line or just tie it off with a rock, but at least you'd be able to see it. But this is a nice size, much better quality than the small little survival blankets, the Mylar blankets. I like that it's orange on one side, and like I said, it's 2-person. You know, I have a good sized family. We could probably cover up in this or just keep the rain off of you, at least if you needed to. I like to have emergency items in this kit. I'll just go over the contents of this a little bit. I have a glow-in-the-dark compass back here with a little S-beaner, little emergency Sharpie. I think I have some gauze pads and alcohol pads in here. I do have a small Bic lighter. These are the ones that you can use when they get wet. They're the electronic ignition style ones. I have this little clip-on headlamp light that you can clip on your hat. I have some Kevlar cordage in here, very strong, and it takes up very little room. I believe that's 50 feet right there. I have some lifeboat matches or survival matches with some tinder, a little Bic lighter that I turned into a striker. This is a little fishing kit that I put in a thing of dental floss. And you probably saw this pen. This is a little pen water filter that you can use. You can drink right out of a water source with it. So between that and I always have a water bottle with me, you're pretty good to go. There's some other little miscellaneous items. I think I have some weights and stuff like that. A little safety pin and some other things. But yeah, that's my little pocket survival kit. You know, if you're wearing a pair of cargo pants or cargo shorts, you can throw this in the side. And you have a lot of capability right here. If you have room, you can shove this in or put it in your other pocket and be hands-free. Of course, I would probably have this bag on me, but those are some nice little kits. And I also have some hand warmers in here left over from a couple winters ago. And I just left them in there. Like I said, I'll be adding a few more items in here for fall and winter because I work outside, but that's all the contents of my bag. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. It seems like you guys like to see these kit loadouts. So stay tuned. I'll probably do some other videos. All right, have a